everyone. Welcome to Just Read It, another of our episodes on current books. And my co-host Susan Stoner, author of the Sage Adair mystery series, highly recommend. And our guest today is Barry Becker, who is an author of, help me out, Barry, it's thrillers, I know,
espionage thrillers.
Espionage thrillers. I want to get it right. I think this is your first book, Barry, is it?
Yes, it is.
So we want to get it right. And this is it, The Erickson Connection. And it's already been very well reviewed, so we recommend you look up Barry Becker's new novel. But today we're here to talk about The Gods of Second Chances by Dan Berne, who is Susan's choice, and he's a Pacific Northwest writer, is he not?
Yes, he lives in Portland, Oregon, as a matter of fact.
Oh, I didn't know that. Oh, I thought he was in Seattle. Okay. The point is, this is a Pacific Northwest writer who has written this book that Susan likes. So, Susan, I think this time I'm going to start with you.
Oh, okay.
Give us a little...
Usually she makes the guest
I
go
know,
first.
but give us a little wrap-up of the story.
Okay,
maybe.
well, this is a story of a grandparent who is a fisherman, and he owns a boat in Alaska. He has a partner who's native Alaskan, and he also has a granddaughter that he's been raising. He has lost his wife, and he's still grieving over that. And he also has a daughter who's been in and out of prison because of substance abuse. And so that's sort of a summary of it. And his daughter gets out of prison, comes back, wants to be a mother to the child. I thought this was a wonderful book on a lot of different levels. First of all, he was so real to me. He wasn't perfect. He didn't make all the right decisions. Even at the end, he probably wasn't making all the right decisions. And I liked that. I liked learning about how dangerous crabbing and shrimping was in Alaska. I thought that everything was quite realistic. And I think the end was a real lesson in how we shape our own history, and sometimes we're not accurate. Sometimes we kind of avoid really looking the truth right square in the face. So I learned something from him on a lot of different levels, and I highly recommend the book. It's just great.
Well, all right, you're in the hot seat now.
Well,
Barry, what was your take?
I enjoyed the book immensely because here's a picture of a 50-year-old man who is single-handedly raising his granddaughter, Sitka, and through the trials and tribulations of life in southeastern Alaska. He's a captain of his own fishing boat, and sometimes the weather impacts his ability to get enough of a catch to survive, and he's just about a year away from bankruptcy, and then he's dealing with this issue. He's got several issues. In a way, it's a very tragic story. One issue is that his wife died tragically 12 years ago, trying to essentially save their daughter, Jenny, who was a victim of drug abuse and eventually incarcerated. And then she had a daughter, and the windup was the grandfather, Ray Bancroft, raised the child and saved money, put his basic earnings into a college fund, hoping to help her someday move on. When he receives a letter that Jenny's coming back, it causes all kinds of he doesn't know how to make it out. You know, he's trying to figure out, well, here she was a drug addict, and at the same time he's worked very hard to help Sitka. In fact, Sitka's even helped him on his shrimp boat. And then what we have here is she comes back and she wants to essentially take over. She wants the child and her boyfriend Diesel to have her full-time, and then he could have rights. So between being in debt because he has to have upkeep on his shrimp and crab boat, as well as some frivolous lawsuit that he incurred when he was doing a tourist fishing outing. I thought that this poor guy, I was hoping that he would have a nice ending. So the author really knew how to develop the characters. They're very believable. It sustains your interest. It is a page turner, and it brought back memories even when I was in Kodiak, Alaska, as a tourist on a fishing boat, fishing for salmon and halibut.
Well, it's great to have a man's point of view, because when Susan recommended the book, Susan and I don't have the same taste, so we have to negotiate book titles. And I thought, oh gosh, fishing in Alaska, this is not for me. However, I was just bowled over by the book. Ironically, because it's a man with a female's sensibility. The crux of this novel is one about family. It's about love. It's about loyalties. It's about the feelings of betrayal and affection we have for one another. And ironically, this man so beautifully works all of this out. And ironically also, the guides who take him through this are all women. Not his Alaskan partner, but the Alaskan partner's wife. She is the guru. She is constantly reflecting reality for him. And then the girlfriend that he picks up also. So that, I hate to say this, but I think it was kind of a feminist book in its sensitivity to the nucleus of family and love, and I thought he did it beautifully. So Susan, you got it right.
Finally, a book we both like.
Thanks very much. It was not a book I would have picked up, but I am so glad I read it. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we've talked our limit here. It's time to vote. One more pitch for the novel Erickson's Connection by Barry Becker, our guest today. Which I'm sure is a page turner too. So what we do, Barry, is we have, oh, I'm not supposed to move that. Okay, first rule. You pick a blue one if you say don't read it, but a red one if you think read it. So what's your choice? Thanks. Susan?
Okay, and one more thing I'd say is everything that he encountered, every problem this character encountered was so realistic. I could see this happening. Okay.
Yeah, he's a beautiful writer, that's given. Gee, I think we gave ourselves away here, everybody. Yes, absolutely. The Gods of Second Chances, Dan Berne, don't miss it. And thanks for joining us today.